Welcome to the 2019 Motorsport UK British Kart Championships. It's time to kick off the IAMI season from PF International in Lincolnshire. I'm Jake Sanson, and today we've got the highlights from the ultra-competitive Mini X30 category. But first, we caught up with the race-winning Fusion Motorsport racer Jessica Edgar, the latest member of the incredible karting dynasty.
Qualifying, you have to be quite clever and think about the toe and stuff, otherwise you don't get a good lap. Then in the race, you just got to think about where you do your overtakes and covering your lines and stuff. It's quite hard, there's lots of, everyone does good moves.
It could even happen during the course of this race. We will wait and find out. Out of the final corner, Brino, Pearson, Rigby, Algieri, Aguilera, Mikuris. Is it a clean start? It certainly is, and we race at PF International. He comes through in his second place, charging in behind Oliver Greenall as they go under the Litchfield Bridge for the first time, and it's going to be a cracker through to the hairpin as Pearson lines himself up in third position. They go round the hairpin up to the inside. That's a brilliant start from one of the Fusions. That looks to me like Ian Aguilera has already got himself through to fourth position. Rigby goes out a little bit wide as they go down the back straight, but manages to tag in with Pearson and Aguilera. They're bumping and boring down to the braking zone. They've got to be careful to get the thing stopped as they go through, but out in front it is Oliver Greenall. Rigby in second place, then Pearson from Aguilera, who tries again. Rigby's trying to come right round the outside of Oliver Greenall, and they push down to the straight towards the chicane into the curves, and Rigby on the inside as Greenall goes out very wide. I wonder if there is rain actually starting to fall now on the circuit. They're starting to get a little bit slippy out there. Through Bobby Game corner and up to the Mike Wilson complex. Alfie Rigby hits the front as he did yesterday, but certainly not as early as this. He has got a very, very large lead already as Greenall has slipped down into third position. Down the straight, it's Pearson now second. It's Aguilera in third. What's happened to Greenall? He's down to sixth now behind Lucio and Mikuris. So Algieri in seventh from Harrison, Watts, Bolton, Edgar, Renner, Sofronio, Aidan Lyne, Gabriel Still, Evan Brown, JJ Russells and Ashton Parsons. So they come on the turn 5, down the back straight once again. Alfie Rigby heads the pack. Ed Pearson in second. Third is Ian Aguilera. Here he goes, making a move for the inside line. Tucks in. Lucio's going to find the gap as well. He gets through into third position. And behind them, that is Greenall getting back past Theo Mikuris to move into fifth position. It's all changed. The third book's been thrown out the window. And now we've got an epic battle on our hands. Ian Aguilera and Marcus Lucio have come into play here from second and third position. Now it's Pearson in fourth. Then it's Greenall, Mikuris in seventh place, that is Algieri, and Bart Harrison still in the mix. Through Bobby Game, up with the Mike Wilson complex, they come through the left-hand kink, and somehow Alfie Rigby's just got so much speed. There's a warning flag gone out, it's for the 76, that's Antonio Sofronio. Not sure what's happened there. Rigby is your leader, second is Aguilera. For a moment it looked as though Greenall was on the inside to make the move on Ed Pearson, but he's going to have to think better of it as Lucio goes for second on Aguilera and gets through. There might be more than one move though, as up the inside that is one of the Coles drivers trying to make through. That's got to be Pearson trying to get himself back into P5 on Mikuris and has done so, but Aguilera is still there in third position. Ian Aguilera in front of Greenall. Mikuris makes the dive for the inside into fifth, and behind them Watts makes the move on the inside to eighth place past Bart Harrison, with Pearson struggling with Olivier Algieri to his right side. Come through, and that's Watts through on the inside of Algieri. He slots himself back in front of Harrison, Edgar and Dan Bolton. They skate through the chicane and up towards Bobby Game corner, through the right and up towards Mike Wilson complex once again. Rigby still absolutely lording it out in the lead of this race. This is not the open and even contest for the victory we thought it was going to be. This is a one-way front show for Rigby out front as he holds the battle. They've now got to work together to catch up to him. Aguilera second, Lucio third, Greenall fourth, and he's doing most of the driving force. Up the inside of Lucio, he's going to put his authority on this. Lucio does not let him go though. So Greenall can't find a way past Marcus Lucio. He's in third position, running over the curbs. That's a big moment for Greenall. Theo Mikuris down the back straight. And now making the lunge into the corner, that's Greenall charging through into third position. Mikuris gets through into fourth as well at the expense of Lucio. Then it's Watts, Pearson, Algieri, and there's Edgar making a big lunge on Harrison. A very late move from Algieri on Pearson. Brilliant run from Olivier Algieri. That was absolutely stellar. Through the chicane, left and right, and now down towards Body Game Corner. Rigby still in a country mile at this early stage, but it's a long race. 11 minutes to go, plus the additional lap. Now, a warning flag has gone to the German, Alexander Renner. Not sure what's happened there, but apparently it was a little bit too untoward, and the officials want to make a statement. So out in front, Rigby leader. Second is now Ian Aguilera in front of his teammate Oliver Greenall. Is it going to stay that way? Well, Greenall's lining up and keeping himself neatly in position. Then it's Makuris, Lucio. Oh, Greenall's now going to make the move on the inside of Aguilera. So that is Oliver Greenall through into second position. Originally from pole, now in P2 again, having lost a lot of time in the first lap. So Aguilera's down to third. Here goes Watts on the inside of Lucio. That's P5. Nicely taken from Watts. He's got Lucio right in behind him. And then we've got a bit of a tussle there from Olivier Algieri as he tries to get through. But Jessica Edgar is coming for company. Ed Pearson, Bart Harrison, and then Dan Bolton all in the mix. It's going to be a really tough fight. They're going to battle all the way to the death at this rate, and they will continue to charge forward. Sensational racing. It's just getting better every lap as Alfie Rigby is being reined in by Oliver Greenall and Ian Aguilera with support from Theo Makuris in fourth and Luke Watts in fifth. Sixth is Lucio. Then it is Algieri in front of Jessica Edgar, Ed Pearson and Bart Harrison. Under the Litchfield Bridge, they sweep through once more, and that's a move from Algieri, making the move on Lucio. Lucio again stops the rock, and Algieri loses ground, and that's enough for Jess Edgar to sweep by, as Bart Harrison is now under pressure from Dan Bolton. And it looks as though, at the expense of Ed Pearson, Pearson is really struggling at the moment, has dropped down another place. Makuris through to third. Makuris makes the move on Aguilera. So now it is Rigby, Greenall, and Makuris. This is more like the top three we thought it was going to be, and Rigby's massive lead has just vanished as now Oliver Greenall is all over the back of him, through the left, through the right. On the charge, on a spin in the middle of the course, that's Algieri. Algieri is spun in the middle of the chicane, and that was a very scary moment as everybody managed to get out of the way to avoid him. Goodness me, lightning reactions from the field, but it makes no difference at all to Algieri. I wonder if the rain is starting to come down now a little bit. Well, double. So far so good up front as Rigby hangs on just in front of Greenall. Greenall's now going to start to think about the lead. 8.5 minutes plus the additional lap to go. Theo Makuris still third in front of Ian Aguilera and Luke Watts. Jessica Edgar's now in the battle as well. Big mistake from Aguilera. He runs wide at turn 5, and that's going to be enough for Luke Watts to go for and move up the inside into fourth place, which he grabs with both hands into P4. So Harrison is now trying to get away from the man behind him. Behind Dan Bolton, we've got Harrison, and that is the 11 of Evan Brown, then Aidan Line, and Olivier Algieri recovering after his spin behind Alexander Renner. So there's some good battles all the way around the circuit, but unfortunately a few drivers have come a cropper. Ed Pearson really struggling, having dropped to 8th, and even more so for Olivier Algieri, the original pole position man from qualifying, down to 14th. As now, that's Rigby down to third. Goodness me, I was looking in the wrong direction. Rigby down to third position now. Greenall is your leader, Makuris second, Rigby third and Watts fourth. I couldn't see that one out of my commentary box window. That must have happened in the Mike Wilson complex. So it's going to be a four-way fight for the victory. As now Greenall leads Makuris, Rigby and Watts. They go down the back straight. And Theo Makuris is dialing himself up for an opportunity to take the lead. It would be welcome. Rigby's going to not wait around. He dives for the inside of Makuris and Greenall. He gets them both and retakes the lead. Watts, meanwhile, gets through on third to pass Theo Makuris. Absolutely amazing. They're making these moves too fast for me to speak. And Greenall now making the challenge. Rigby moves slightly across to hold off the charge. That's really good defence from Rigby. A couple of inches further across is all it takes. But Greenall is dialed in. He wants this win so badly. They come through again, and it's still Alfie Rigby leading the race, having taken it back. Initially dropped to third, but back in command once more. Greenall in second, Watts third, Makuris fourth, and in fifth place, that's Ian Aguilera, the Mexican. Through the chicane, right, left, Greenall right in the wheel tracks of Alfie Rigby, but he's trying to keep the KR Sport driver second guessing throughout. And as they come through over the bridge, it is Alfie Rigby leading the way for the KR Sports squad. Second is Oliver Greenall for Fusion, and it's the Cato Motorsport man in third position, Luke Watts. Theo Makuris is fourth for the Croc Promotion Works squad on the Mad Croc chassis. 4 different teams in the top 4. Here goes Greenall. He's going to make his move on Rigby, and the door's still wide open. Watts gets both of them. Luke Watts into the lead. Fantastic racing. Now Rigby's going to storm back through to second to get on the inside of Greenall, but Luke Watts finds the move of the race to get past them both into the lead. Luke Watts, take a bow. That was magic. Into the lead of the race. I have a feeling that Kato Adams is going to be absolutely overjoyed. What a move. Into the lead then. Kato Adams out in front. Second place for Alfie Rigby. Third for the 64 of Oliver Greenall. Then it's Mercouris. Fifth place now is Jessica Edgar in front of Ian Aguilera. Then Lucio, Pearson, Bolton, Brown, Harrison and Olivia Algieri. Rigby tussling away to try and get back into the lead. Luke Watts is resisting and Oliver Greenall is trying to make his move. They're going to work in tandem. Rigby pulling across. So too is Watts. He's defending with 5 minutes to go. This is a very bold strategy as Mercouris now goes wheel to wheel with Jessica Edgar, who has fought her way back into contention. Jessica Edgar now in fifth. Gets the undercut on Theo Mercouris. Great run from Jessica Edgar. Rigby goes for the lead on the inside of Watts. Slides in, takes the place. Watts is going to have to cut across to stop Greenall coming through. Edgar made the move on Mercouris for fourth place. It's all change in Mini X30. And in sixth place, that is Lucio now in front of Ian Aguilera. They come through the Mike Wilson complex. Rigby in the lead, only just in front of Watts and Greenall. They come down the main straight again. 4 minutes 40 plus the additional lap to run. Through the chicane, right, left, Litchfield Bridge, charging through to the hairpin. No change in the top four. They remain at that. Up the inside, though, it's going to be a late attempt from Greenall to get past Watts, and he's made it stick. Jess Edgar is there in fourth position to counteract. If Luke Watts wants to make the move on the inside of Oliver Greenall, he's going to need to make it soon because Jessica Edgar is threatening in P4. Mercouris is there in fifth from Lucio. Aguilera, Bolton and Pearson are now joining the fray. This is brilliant. 9 of them in a long train, and they will all fight for the podium. So Rigby stays in front of Greenall. Rigby trying his best to hold Oliver Greenall at bay through the chicane. And this is going to get pretty spicy in the extent of the through Bobby Game corner, through the right-hander, using plenty of runoff back into the Mike Wilson complex. Named after Britain's greatest ever karting world champion. Multiple times the winner in out of the final corner and down the main straight. And there's going to be 3 minutes and 40 plus the additional lap on the clock. Greenall deciding to play sensible and going with Alfie Rigby to create a gap. He wants to get away from Watts and Edgar. They're going to continue to battle. Edgar's going to get one wheel on the curb. Greenall goes for the lead. Edgar nearly gets through on Watts, but Greenall takes the lead from Alfie Rigby. That's the big news. So again, Rigby's going to try and defend to get back into position. And round the outside, there's going to be a bit of a nudge. Mercouris gets a little bit of a love tap from Ian Aguilera down at the hairpin as Bolton goes wheel to wheel with Lucio, and Pearson's going to get his way back on the inside. Oh, it's a proper grudge match further back. Greenall defends from Rigby, Watts defends from Edgar, and now all 9 of them are absolutely line astern. 10th position behind this is Olivia Algieri in front of Evan Brown and Bart Harrison, but they're a long way back from these 9. Through they come. It is still Greenall just in front of Rigby, having taken that lead back again. Can he continue on? Oh, there's a warning flag. That's for Jessica Edgar. So obviously her last move was not a good one as far as the officials are concerned. Over Litchfield Bridge. And Rigby is sliding around all over the shop trying to get past Oliver Greenall. Watts is going well. Rigby dives for the inside of turn 4. They're side by side over the Litchfield Bridge. One of them's going to come off worse. They tap, and Watts drives around the outside and grabs the lead. Lucio's going to contact again between Rigby and Greenall. Oh, sorry, that's Edgar. Edgar down to the back. Edgar drops back to the back of the queue. Watts is in the lead. Lucio second from Rigby and Bolton. Bolton into fourth position. Pearson is now fifth. Greenall and Edgar are struggling with Theo Mercouris down at the back. Rigby has recovered to third, but it's Watts now leading. Watts leads from Marcus Lucio. What an amazing battle this final has become. Unpredictable as you like, and absolutely no holds barred. So they come off the Mike Wilson complex again. Into the chicane, left, right, wheel to wheel between Bolton and Pearson. Bolton shuts the door on Pearson as they come back onto the main straight. Rigby in third place, and they're going to have a massive job to close up to the leading 2. But Luke Watts and Marcus Lucio may be about to get the most golden result as Bolton breaks cover and goes up the inside to get third from Rigby. What a move! He gets there in the hairpin. Meanwhile, Mercouris appears to be struggling as he's lost ground to both of the fusions in front of him. Namely, that is the 77 of Bart Harrison, who has come up the order, I think. No, sorry, that is the other 70. That's 79 of Ian Aguilera on the back of Pearson. Meanwhile, Lucio gets on the back of Watts. Watts drifts out wide. The victory is going to be fought again. Alfie Rigby is under investigation now in 4th position. Dan Bolton through to 3rd, as we know. This could be a completely transformed podium. But we're into the final 2 laps next time round. And it looks as though there's an investigation going on into Alfie Rigby's manoeuvre with Oliver Greenall. He's in 4th position at the moment, but he may not be staying there. The checkered flag is a couple of laps away now. 2 to go. Lucio working with Luke Watts to get away. Dan Bolton in 3rd. Rigby, Pearson and Ian Aguilera are now questing after 4th as Pearson goes for the inside line to take 4th position off Rigby. And through 2 is going to go Aguilera. Is he? No, Rigby's going to resist. Rigby tries to hold on to 5th position. He runs wide. 4 wheels off the circuit there. And he gestures to Ian Aguilera, work with me. Aguilera's not responding, so Rigby has to shut the door. Meanwhile, Lucio is going to try and make the bid to go past Luke Watts on the inside. Watts pulls across on the 2nd hairpin and keeps the place. Dan Bolton is now right behind them in 3rd position. This could still go anybody's way. What a magic final Mini X30 is cooking up. Up through Bobby Game and up to the Mike Wilson complex. It's any one of these 3 that's going to get the win. Watts, Lucio, Bolton. Luke Watts hangs on, but Dan Bolton's looking really racy behind Marcus Lucio. This could go anybody's way. We're going to be in for the last lap of a lifetime. Here we go. Up to the chicane. Watts, Lucio, Bolton, Pearson in 4th place, Rigby and Aguilera 5th and 6th place as they come round the hairpin up at the top end, up towards turn 4, square left, here goes Bolton, gets up alongside Marcus Lucio. Is he going to hold it together as they come through? He is! Dan Bolton into 2nd place, Lucio has to back down, Pearson's going to get alongside him down the back straight. Bolton's got a chance now to win the race with Luke Watts in the lead of it. Bolton now 2nd, Bolton's going to come for it. Watts knows that Bolton is there. Will Bolton dive? No, he's going to hang back. Lucio loses ground. Lucio skates off, rejoins in 6th place. Pearson takes over 3rd in front of Rigby, and that is Aguilera in 5th. Lucio down to 6th position, but Dan Bolton has got one last chance to go for Luke Watts. Luke Bobby Game is going for it to the inside of the Mike Wilson complex. He's not going to get there yet. He might have a run to the flag, but what a finish, what a podium this is going to be. Out of the final turn, it's going to be Luke Watts in front of Dan Bolton. Luke Watts wins it. Fantastic. What a result for Luke Watts. Confirmation of the result at the line. Luke Watts in front of Dan Bolton and Ed Pearson from Alfie Rigby and Ian Aguilera. Marcus Lucio is 6th in front of Oliver Greenall. Jessica Edgar is 8th in front of Olivia Algieri from Bart Harrison in 10th place. Then it's Evan Brown, a very disappointed Theo Makuris, falls to 12th in a miserable day at the office for him. 13th for Aidan Lyne. Gabriel Stilp is 14th in front of Alexander Renner and JJ Russell. Then Antonis Sofronio and Ashton Parsons. A race with lots of drama, plenty of overtakes. They all started, they all finished. And Mini X30, what a show.
Cruelly, post-race, Luke Watts would be handed a front-fairing penalty, handing a surprising but worthy victory to Daniel Bolton, with Edward Pearson and round 1 winner Alfie Rigby joining him on the podium.
Well, yeah, I was very happy. I was happy with even yesterday when I came 5th. I was very happy just with the overall weekend. Cole did an amazing job as always, and I'm really happy actually.
I had a bad quali and bad heats and I managed to start 11th, but I just managed to slowly work my way through. Yeah, the barrel's really going well for us. It's just really good at handling and really the best kart I've been on.